Hello again, Coffee Chat people and flat belly travelers, fellow flat belly travelers I should say. Steve Maloney again here from flatbellyfeeling.com with another video clip on improving the quality of our lives. This one, the theme of this one, is going to be deliberate and constructive action. Action, it's once said, is where the rubber meets the road. We can sit around and we can visualize, we can desire, but until we're prepared to take action in the direction we want to go, we remain there, don't we? And the reason I use the word deliberate is because it's very focused, it's very dedicated, it's very clear, isn't it? And it's constructive because it helps to build up what it is we want to create, what quality is we want to create. A good example of construction, of course, we can all relate to is building a house. It's so graphic, isn't it? Imagine we're half finished our house, and so long as we're constructive, that house will get complete. If we were destructive, we would tear it down. And this is relieving in a way because we can understand that we don't have to be 100% constructive all the time. If we were 75% constructive, even 51% constructive, it would get complete. But if we were 51% destructive, slowly it would get torn down, wouldn't it? So throughout this series of talks, we've been going through this theme, this overall broad theme, you might say, of us as human beings traveling along this time continuum, and all the while wanting to improve the quality of our lives. And this wanting shows up as something natural called desire. Desire, that is, for what we assume the thing we're after is going to help to bring us in terms of a quality of life. Take that house example again. Imagine if we are building a house. Well, what is it about that house we desire? Well, it might be the creature comforts it brings us. It might be the sense of happiness or achievement that represents to us individually. And this could be the root of the desire, couldn't it be? We also talked about visualization, or vision, and how this also occurs naturally within us for everything we do, big or small. The smallest thing of picking up a cup. I pick up a cup. First of all, there's the vision of the cup. I see the cup. For whatever reason. And there's a whole process, little process goes on, very brief in this case. Mental synapses, so on, drives the muscle, picks it up. To the grandest thing of building a huge mansion. All of the visions that go on, all of the planning, at every step of the way. So primary in this is the thought or the imagination. Understanding that this occurs naturally, we can then see that we can consciously focus this visualization to improve the efficiency of achieving what we want. We also understand, we came to understand throughout these talks, that if we just stayed at visualization, we could become very effective daydreamers. But when we want to move on and create something more, we must recognize within ourselves the power of ability to do so. And not necessarily the power to have every skill that we need in every moment, but the power of ability to learn, to grow, to develop. And that's critically important to understand. So all of these things that we've covered so far, these steps, you might say, this desire, this visualization, this recognition of the power of ability within us, we could group them into something called the attitude of thought, or thought action, you might say, which when persisted upon in that line, and when we correct ourselves, when we get off of it, if we want to stay on a line, say, we want to move in a certain direction, and if we correct ourselves very consciously as we fall off of it, eventually we become as though destined to move on. I mean, think about it. When you really know what you want, and you know you have the power to achieve it, you will move on, won't you? And this destiny to move on shows up within us in something called the will to act. And will is that something which stands between thought and action. It happens in everything we do. And we can all relate in examples where we're lying in bed in the morning, nice and comfortable. Oh, it's so comfortable. And all of a sudden it's though we're dragged out of bed, our feet hit the ground, and we want to run. We're excited about something. We thought of something, remembered something. Oh, I want to do this today. Feel excited about it, get up and go. So with all of this intensity of desire, this clarity of vision, and this conviction of ability, the actions we'll willfully take on a certain intensity to them, don't they? They become much more than just something to willy-nilly do for the day, for something to do. Rather, they have a certain substance to them.